Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm G, this time with a Dauntless video. Now this comes a little bit late because I'll be talking about Frostwulf, and Frostwulf already came out in the end of 2021, but you know, I wasn't making videos back then, so I'm making videos now. I hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year, and let's get on. So Frostwulf already existing. It was just one of those, you know, Ember main kind of like reused models, and then with the skin of the wolf, and this was already appearing on Frost Escalation and all that, but he didn't have his proper armor and weapons. So now Phoenix Labs decided to give him a little perk, and the perks are really good. For the armor, you get Aegis. Aegis is a perk that allows you that when you have 1,000 shield, the next hit you'll take, you'll be invulnerable to it. It's really good, and you can trigger this. I know I got to trigger it a couple of times just on my gameplay, which I thought was really cool. Another thing that's cool is the weapons. The weapons have Galvanize, and as you know, Galvanize at perk 6, it gives you increased crit chance and increased crit damage. So the two combined, basically, the more shields you have, the better you will perform. And this is really cool because lately I've been playing with Bastion, and Bastion also allows to increase your shields. If you use this with Skarn weapons that are already shields, you can get up to, at least I got up to 1,600 shields, which is really good, and I was doing good damage just with the build that I got. Now, how to go about getting these weapons? Well, it's not that complicated. You can go to Cold Runner Key, where the Frostwulf is a main there, and you can just fight him all day long. Now for the weapons, you need the head and the legs, and for the armor, you need the tail, the legs, and the head. Now, just to be sure, getting the tail is a bit complicated because he moves around a lot. So unless you can boop him and then move around him, if you're just trying to hit him, it can be complicated because the part that breaks of the tail is really just the tip. You can't hit it at the base of the tail, or you'll be hitting his legs. So you really need to move around to his tail and get the tip of the tail. But the tail moves around every time he moves his head, or every time he just does a movement. So it's complicated to hit it every time unless you have a little bit of skill and a good weapon that has a good range for it. So you might as well know this in advance. To get the parts, again, I had no problem. I took the legendary hammer, which is of course a fire, and I could just break his head as many times as I wanted. To get the tail, I took my usual break build, and that's it. Now the performance of the weapons with the armor is pretty cool. You can see here I'm firing the fire Helion, and even with this lava going around on the floor, the shields are still holding up, and I'm still able to defeat him pretty easily. I really like this setup. The only thing I don't like about this entire thing about Frostwulf is the helmet. The helmet seems to have like a steel plate as a face, and then you have this big wolf head on the head, which is it's just too much on your nose. It's really visible is what it is. I mean, they could have just maybe tweaked the design a little bit, just keep the top part of the wolf's head and not the entire head with the jaws and all that, and the faceplate really just covers your face. I don't understand why they made this. They could just leave that part out, but no, it's like this. All in all, it's a short video just to tell you that this is a good addition to the game. The parts are easier to get, and it works really well if you're one of those persons that builds for shields, which I have been using because I think I'm tired of just being overpowered with Discipline and Revenant, so I'm just using shields just to try a different build, try different things in Dauntless, or else it just get boring doing the same thing over and over again. I'll have another Dauntless video that I'm preparing further ahead. Till then, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and as always, have a great game, guys.